Literally, my phone rang.
That is so unprofessional. I'm not stopping now.
Well, I wouldn't either.
I mean, I've already hit the record button.
I don't know anybody from Nakoma Park, Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody.
Nakoma Park, Oklahoma.
I guarantee it's somebody trying to loan Full Strut Media $430,000.
Yeah.
I get constant phone calls about business loans. I don't know why, but I probably get 5 a day.
It's good. It's a reminder that
we're broke. Your business sucks.
You
guys
probably
look like
need some money.
You guys, we've seen the quality of your work, and we've listened to your podcast.
We
are
concerned
that you can't pay. You can't feed your children.
We're doing you a favor.
And so here is a loan that you're probably going to default on.
This is very predatory. It feels very predatory.
I really
very,
do.
Very
I
predatory.
really do get like 5 of those a day.
It's nuts.
And you don't get them.
I don't get ones for Full Strut. I get all kinds of other ones, but no Full Strut ones. I don't know why. For some reason, only you are the one that's getting them. Because I went and checked after we talked about it, and I was like, maybe your number's like on the website or something where they can get it.
I don't know. Some guy from India got my phone number and associated it with Full Strut Media, and they want to loan
those
me
Turkey guys.
My name is Peter. No, it's not. It's not. Your name's not Peter.
My name is John.
It's not. It's none of those things. Have you seen those videos of those guys hacking the call centers?
Oh yeah,
man, dude, that is so great. Like you're wearing a red shirt, and he was like, "How do you know this?" You know, just hacking their computers.
How do you know that I am wearing a red shirt?
Speaking of India.
What a segue.
What a segue. Have we... I don't eat Indian food at all.
No.
And I don't eat Indian food mainly because I have seen way too many of the videos of the street vendors in India.
Yeah.
Serving Indian food. So
yeah.
I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm out.
You can't get back to it?
Not a chance.
No.
I mean, it is just straight up a giant just pan of diarrhea.
They're stirring it with their hand.
There's rats running around at their feet. Did you see that one that guy slicing meat with his toenail?
No.
He's on the street. He's slicing meat with he's grown his big toenail out, and it's like literally an inch long.
No, he's not.
And he's cutting
meat
with his toenail, bro. With his toenail. I'm sorry. I know it's bad to lump an entire culture together in something like that, probably.
Oh, we've done it multiple times on this podcast. Last podcast, actually, we did.
Ginger.
We're still not canceled. Which I've got a funny story about that one.
Okay, I did have some fun comments too.
Yeah, my Aunt Ginger. My Aunt Ginger,
man,
comes up.
Ginger or Ginger?
Yeah. So we're out there playing Hurley's last baseball game in Luther, the shining bright town of Luther, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, big time.
And she walks past, and I just hear, "Hey, it's your Aunt Ginger."
You guys called me. I called you, FaceTimed you, because I was doing some vehicle work.
Yeah.
And, just getting your opinion. And she was sitting beside you, and so she was like,
"Is it Ginger or Ginger?" No, I don't know what to do.
I know, it was great. It was
Can't
great.
hard R.
But there is this. Apparently, there is a kind of a famous Indian gas station food place on I
know. I've eaten it.
Have you? No, you have not. No, you have not.
It's not on I-35. It's on I-40.
I mean, that's I-40. That's what I said. I-40.
You said I-35. It's I-40 though.
Okay, I-40 headed west.
I-40 head west. It's like a Punjabi place or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Is it in Oklahoma though?
Yes, it is in Oklahoma. It is just.
Is it like an Eric or something?
It's
Sayre.
No, it's right off I-40, big giant gas station, and the reason I ate there once was because we were on the way to the lake.
What lake?
10 Killer, going to 10 Killer.
No. We're talking about we're talking about a different one.
Okay, well, there's another one, like out by
this one's west on
towards
40.
like Henrietta and all that stuff over
There's
there.
one west, and it's.
I haven't eaten at the Western Indian one.
Apparently, it's pretty famous. I've had multiple people like, "Oh, that place is great. That's really good." It was
I'd go for
it was Reed with Great Plains Kubota. We went out turkey hunting, and we passed the sign for it. It's got a huge billboard.
Yeah, we should go.
There's no we. I'll go.
Oh, come on.
I'll go, but I'm not eating.
So how come you can still go to a Chinese food restaurant knowing what we know, but you can't go to an Indian food restaurant? I mean, there's a threshold, and you'll overcome it, because there's still to this day when I go to a Chinese food restaurant now and I'm eating something, my throat wants to close up.
Because it's Polk County Coon, bro.
My throat wants to close up.
It's Polk County Coon.
But I'm like, no, you will do what I say. You will do what I say.
We've recently gotten a new video.
Oh yeah,
from my buddy Cliff.
Oh boy.
So we've talked about this before, but our friend Cliff in Florida traps raccoons, possums, skunks, coyotes, wild hogs.
If it lives, he traps it.
He traps it and sells it to a guy named Andy,
King of Wild Hog,
in Florida. And it is 100 degrees in Florida. This was Saturday afternoon. It's almost 100 degrees in Florida, and he's got plastic swimming pools in
King
the
of
bed.
Wild Hog.
He's got plastic swimming pools in the back of his pickup, and these are whole hogs. They're not gutted.
Not gutted at all.
He's got to keep them cooled down. All right, so.
Is he throwing them in the pool, just like chucking ice in there?
No, there's not. It's just water.
Just water. Just cool
and
water.
Here, I'll just give you a little audio.
Hold on. Tell him what you're doing. Tell him what you're doing, Andy.
Brad, I'm doing the jacuzzi for my pig.
Jacuzzi?
It's too hot.
What's it called?
Jacuzzi. Pig jacuzzi.
Pig jacuzzi.
No, wild hog jacuzzi.
Wild hog jacuzzi.
Yep. It's cool, man. You want to jump in?
You want to go to Oklahoma sometime?
No problem. I can be American Indian over there.
American Indian.
Yep. With my turkey feathers and all that on there.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's cool.
I think Andy may have just gotten us canceled.
He may have. He may have. He's wearing a Kansas City Chiefs hat, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He is filling a swimming pool, a plastic kiddie pool, with water, it's a pig jacuzzi to keep them cool. And then Cliff goes on to tell him, we'll just play this as well.
Brad.
Who is he?
He's my buddy in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah?
Tell him what you're doing.
Hello, bro. Hello.
What you got there, Andy?
Yeah, I'm taking the hog home for your jacuzzi. Sometimes we barbecue and do wild meat.
Tell him what's your business's name.
My business name, Wild Hog, King of Wild Hog.
Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
King of Wild Hog.
King of Wild
I
Hog.
wear a cowboy American flat hat.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm start doing that now so people know me. I do the hog, so they get the meat, hog meat. But I like all the wild hog.
Yeah.
What you got in Oklahoma?
He owns a Chinese restaurant.
How you do that?
You ought to sell him some meat.
He own a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, he's looking for meat.
Well, if you want the hog meat, we can do that.
Okay, tell him how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, call me 407.
Okay, well, turn that off. I don't want to get too far into it.
Wait,
but
if you have Facebook, you need to go find King of Wild Hog, and please, let's blow him up. All 7 of you.
Listen, this is real, people. This is a guy in Florida
that is trapping. He's getting trapped hogs and distributing the meat, and apparently also that I own a Chinese restaurant in Oklahoma.
What would your Chinese restaurant be called? Is the better question.
You know, I feel like some roots, but then also one of my favorite. I'd have to incorporate this because it would be a two-part. One of my absolute favorite Mortal Kombat characters.
Okay.
But also where I'm from originally. Raiden.
The Raiden Buffet.
I would have to be like the Raiden Palace, the Raiden
The Raiden Pearl.
the Raiden Pearl.
The Pearl of Raiden.
You know what, buddy? Hey. The Hilltop Cafe's out of business. What
We
if
bring it back.
What if we bring back
The Raiden Pearl.
the Raiden Pearl and we just do Wild Hog?
Wild Hog Chinese.
Chinese.
Supplied by Andy, King of Wild Hog.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? The people of Raiden would 100% be in favor of having that establishment open.
I wouldn't be mad about it. I'm always there for Chinese food. I mean, I've sent you multiple videos making dumplings and fried rice.
The one we sent to Cliff of you that we stopped that Chinese buffet in Woodward.
Mm-hmm.
And
Polk County Coon.
and you were eating the just meat on a stick.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Chicken on a stick.
Tastes like, yeah, it was not
Whatever
chicken,
it was on a
buddy.
stick.
That was not chicken. There's no way that was chicken. It didn't look like chicken. It didn't smell. It didn't have the texture of chicken. There was no aspect of chicken.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, well, that's fine. But we sent a video of Cliff that tastes just like Polk County Coon, man. Polk County, Florida Coon right there.
There's a decent chance, but you know what? You just got to shut that part of your brain off. And the same thing goes with the Indian food. You just shut your brain off. You don't think. You just enjoy your curry and other toenail sliced meats. I cannot believe that. That is,
Dude, like in the rats and stuff that are like, there's one guy that's kind of famous for it, and like it's just he gets it all over him. I mean, like he's like sloshing it. It's not even like serving. It's just like sloshing, And man, I'm sorry, I just can't.
the closest thing I've had to Indian food as of recent is the Nepali food that's up there by the chiropractic place we go to. Mm-hmm. And it was great. It was really good. But there's Nepali food's a little bit more grilled stuff than like sloshy things.
Sloshy.
Some of that Bangladeshi kind of food.
Yeah.
Stuff that kind of food.
Oh my gosh, bro. I can't believe we just made food sound effects.
I did. I did. I'm not. I don't regret it.
I do have to say, I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah, I'm proud.
I'm proud of you. You made a choice to love your children more than money.
Way to be a father.
Adam has purchased not a new vehicle.
Not a new one.
It's a 2019, but it only has 35,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Tell
It's
the
nice.
people what you've purchased.
I found a guy in Shawnee, Oklahoma, that on Auto Trader.
Which, let me just say, has been the phrase that has led to a lot of people probably getting in trouble.
I found a guy in Shawnee.
I found a guy in Shawnee,
He's a
Oklahoma.
Pottawatomie County man.
He's a Pottawatomie County man. Yeah. That has probably led to some trouble for some people. But continue. You found a man in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Yeah, on Auto Trader, and because I was looking at trucks, I was looking at literally brand new trucks. Mm-hmm. I just can't. Oh my gosh, it's just too much. Like $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. I just can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry. So I get on Auto Trader and start looking at used stuff, and I find a guy in Shawnee who's got like a little custom shop, and he's selling a 2019 F-150 Coyote with the 5.0 Mustang engine in it, and it's got it. he's got it on sale for $28,500.
Okay.
And so Casey and I go look at it and take the kids. We all go take a little drive, and we're like, this thing is literally the nicest. For me, it will be the nicest vehicle I have ever owned.
Oh, wait a minute. You had a brand new truck once.
Yeah, but this one's nicer than that one.
Oh, even new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got more bells and whistles and things.
Features, yeah.
Like the Ram was super nice. The thing that I loved the most about the Ram, the tradesman Ram that I bought, was that fake leather seat stuff that was made out of. That stuff was incredible. Like that material. So this one, that's the only downside in this one, is I don't necessarily like cloth seats, but that's whatever. But I got it. It's awesome. It's got the dude put new wheels and tires on it. He put a little 2-inch leveling kit on the front, so it doesn't look like it's kilter
leaning
forward and stuff. Yeah. And it is so clean. Like even when you look under the chassis, it's like spotless clean. So it was a salvage title deal because the guy that owned it before
is it salvage or rebuilt? You have to have it inspected.
I don't know if they're the different. Well, it has been inspected, so maybe it's rebuilt, man. I don't know what the difference is. Salvage means it hasn't been fixed yet. Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then rebuilt. Well, you can't get a auto loan for salvage.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's a rebuilt title then.
Okay.
So this tree fell on just like the truck bed, and so they just pulled the truck bed off, put a brand new truck bed on, and Bob's your uncle.
What does that mean?
That means it's done.
I've never heard that.
You never heard it? Bob's your uncle?
Not one time have I ever heard that expression.
That is...
What? Say it again.
And Bob's your uncle. It comes from a movie. I don't know what movie it comes from. I'll look it up. But it is an extraordinarily common phrase.
I am 43 years old, and I have never once my life, interacting with literally tens of thousands of people, heard somebody say, and Bob's your uncle, unless they were speaking about their Uncle Bob.
And Bob's your uncle saying, let's see what it says here.
Oh, good. Your ad block is up to date.
It says, and Bob's your uncle is a British English idiom meaning, and there you have it, or it's done.
Well, I hate to tell you, Adam, but we kicked their butt in 1776, so I don't have to say it.
I didn't say you had to say it, but you can understand that it's a phrase and it's real.
From a foreign country.
Foreign country, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I've never in my life heard that. I'll say this. If you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast and you are familiar with the term, and Bob's your uncle, would you, I guess, are you Team Adam or Team Brad on this? Because I've never in my life heard anybody ever say that.
And Bob's your uncle. It's real.
It's like I'm waiting for you next to be like, cool beans.
Cool beans is a saying.
It is a saying.
Yeah.
It's a dumb one.
I'm not arguing that. Bob's your uncle's probably a dumb saying too.
It really is.
So is another thing that, have you ever heard that looks like socks on a rooster?
I have heard that before.
So that was one that I said in front of Brant Hill, and he was like, that is the most grandpa thing I have ever heard 100%. You ever say in my entire life.
My grandma, I just had a conversation with my daughter about this in my vehicle. My grandma will call the glove box the pigeonhole.
The pigeonhole. I've never heard that one.
A pigeonhole. She said, well, it's in the pigeonhole. and I remember that. I'd be like, well, in the pigeonhole? Like, why do you have a hole in your car that holds pigeons? I don't know where that term came from, or why that term would exist. But
well,
it's pigeonhole.
To pigeonhole somebody would be like to stereotype them. But I don't know why that would relate to a glove box. So
so it's in the pigeonhole.
It's in the pigeonhole.
And that's not super weird. But my grandma
look that one up too.
But my grandma also says pizza.
Pizza.
You want to go to the Pizza
Hut?
You want
to go get some pizza?
Or Walmart's.
Oh, Walmart's was my grandma.
Yeah, you want to go to Walmart's? I'm like, why do we got to go to two?
We got to go multiple.
Why do we got to go?
We're going to wipe them out of stock today.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe them out. So super proud of you though for the purchase of your newer Est vehicle. Super proud of you that you chose a vehicle that you're not going to have to. What do we got here?
The glove box in a car is not called a pigeonhole. The term a pigeonhole refers to a small individual compartment often used for storage and sorting.
Okay, so that's where that she would tie that together.
In the early days of automobiles, when open-top cars were common, drivers often stored gloves in compartments near the passenger seat, and it became known as a glove box. The term pigeonhole is used for the compartments in a desk or cabinet where one would store items like letters or documents.
I mean, it makes sense.
It totally makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. It makes sense where that would come from, where you would choose the term pigeonhole.
It totally makes sense.
All right, Juldine, you're off the hook.
You're off the hook. Have yourself a slice of pizza.
Have a slice of pizza. Anyway, but so that this weekend I did see my grandma. I actually went out to Rogers County, into the big town of Raiden. Matthias, for his birthday. His birthday was in April, but first kind of an open weekend. He wanted to load up some buddies, and they wanted to go out and stay at the ranch house and go fishing. And so we go out, and I thought taking 4 17-year-old boys, I would be able to just enjoy my time.
No. If you have kids.
But it don't matter if they're 17 or 7.
They could be 32.
I'm still having to, hey, Mr. Brad, can you tie this hook on? Mr. Brad, I'm hung up. Can you help me? I found myself 3 or 4 times waist deep in the lake. Getting...
I must have been a prize lure. I'd have been like, snip, that one's gone.
Man, have you gone to buy new lures lately?
That's why I've been using Texas rigs.
Would you go get in the water for $13?
For a $13 lure, yes, I would.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't realize you had $13 lures out there.
Well, buddy, it doesn't take much to have a $13 lure anymore. Well, a cheap spinner, just a cheap
like
regular
a rooster
spinner.
tail. What's a rooster tail running nowadays?
About $6.
Golly,
yeah, about $6 for a rooster tail. You get a Mepps, like the off-brand Mepps little spinner.
Yeah,
are like $3.
Golly, that's nuts.
I remember when you could get an H&H spinner for $1.50.
Yeah. I've had so many lures. I haven't really shopped for lures in a long time, but pond fishing here lately, all I've been running are weedless stuff, just because with the kids
it's too much.
It's just easy.
It's just constant, just cleaning off moss and stuff. But anyway, so we get out there. They had a great time. They had so much fun. I cooked steaks for them. Watched the Thunder game. We, fished, and they ended up catching quite a few fish. But the first fish caught was by his friend Isaac. He caught a 6-pounder.
6-pounder.
A fat female, buddy.
What a fish.
She was a hoss.
She popping seeds out.
Breaks his line.
Oh, really?
And he's kind of having to bring her through some cattails. Mm-hmm. Ends up breaking the line, jumps and grabs the line, and then hand fights her in with the rest of the way.
Hand fishes her in the rest of the way.
It was pretty incredible. So anyway,
that's awesome.
But they had a blast. I think Matthias ended up catching probably somewhere around 20 fish. And a couple hours of fishing, and but he caught the second biggest fish, a 4-pounder.
Yeah,
carp on a spinner. Anyway, so it doesn't happen very often.
Carp on a spinner?
Yeah, caught him on a spinner.
In the mouth?
In the mouth. Wow. Crazy. I know, man. I know.
Carp going predatory, huh?
I know. It was crazy. Yeah.
Hybrid carp.
Maybe it was. Anyway, but they had a great time out there fishing, and it was a really good weekend.
We took that was good. I think we were both fishing at the same time, because I took Addie Faye on her first solo fishing adventure.
How did that go?
It went about like you think. Mm-hmm. About 20 minutes, and I'm tired.
I'm ready to do something else.
But she did catch 2 fish.
Okay.
And so her big thing is she's still not quite Oh, gosh. Like, give me that fish. Yeah, that girl country.
Well, I will say that there was one of Matthias's friends that would not touch the fish.
Yeah.
And this 17-year-old, I had to take the fish off the hook for him every time he caught one.
I'd have left it on there and be like, "You're gonna have to man up, son."
It was.
You're gonna have. It's time.
I did. I mean, I was making fun of him. I was questioning his manhood.
Yeah.
You know, giving him a hard time, and he
would not do it.
He was like, "It don't matter, bro." He's like, "I'm not doing it. You can say whatever you want. I'm not doing it."
The way we got Tank, Hurley's cousin, to take it, my nephew Tank, to get it to take off. I said, "You got to get that fish off, or he's gonna die." And he's like, "What?" And so he just kept like throwing it back in the water on the line. And I let him do it for like 20 minutes. He tortured that poor fish.
Could
you know what?
Could you know
what? He took him off.
Yeah.
He took him off.
I don't know. I don't know if this kid would have. I think he would have just.
He just set the pole down.
I think he'd have set the pole down and just walked away. He'd have walked away. Anyway, but like I said, it doesn't matter if your kid's 7 or 17. I spent my entire time. There was somebody's lure was stuck.
Didn't even get a line wet.
I casted probably, and here's the only time I fished. Okay. I would get the lure out off, and then on my way back, like I would cast 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, walking to the next kid, like walking and reeling.
Yeah, I probably cast 20 in 2 days, and I caught 3 fish.
That's not a bad ratio.
It's not bad.
That's really not a bad ratio.
Bad. I didn't catch anything very big, but I did catch 3.
That's really not a bad ratio.
3 little bass. So it was a lot of fun.
How's the water look? Is it filling back up or?
So we didn't fish below my grandma's house. We fished on my Uncle Homer's bigger lake.
Yeah.
I learned to water ski.
You did
on that lake.
Oh, I thought you said you like learned to water ski. This I was like, you did.
No. It's been a long time since I've water skied. A long time since the boys water skied.
Fire up the boat. We're going out for some water sports.
Yeah, you know the problem. So we don't do a lot of lake stuff because Matthias. You know, some of you guys know Matthias is deaf in one ear, and he had cholesteatoma. It's a tumor-like growth. And so he had to have a bunch of surgeries. It ate through his hearing bones. And so he has kind of a direct path into the inner ear. He doesn't have the same like membrane blockage. And so he can't get in a lake. He can't get in a lake. So he's never tubed. He's never.
Not without stopping a finger in it and holding it.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how effective the old.
When you're skipping across the lake after being launched off a tube, it's the efficacy of your finger stopping.
Unfortunately for him, he hasn't been able to do some of those things. And so kind of keeps us all from going and doing it. So, you know, it takes me back to younger days of tubing and doing that stuff and you know, launching people. We both spent time at Steve Bullard, my old youth minister, at his summer camp that he used to do, and he's still doing youth ministry for church in Tulsa.
Out at TBA, 10 Killer Baptist Assembly.
And
or association.
There were multiple major injuries. Kid broke his jaw. Just collided with another kid midair coming off a tube and broke his jaw, hit another kid's head and broke the jaw. He had an intern, my ex-girlfriend, Rochelle, was knocked unconscious in the water. And so we had to save.
It's not a great thing.
We had to save her because she was, thank God for life jackets.
God, could you imagine? Oh my gosh. Was she face up or face down?
Face down. Face down in the water.
Gosh.
Yeah, unconscious.
That's just
grab
wild.
her, flip her over, you know. Oh yeah. No, it was not good. Not good. So anyway, we've avoided all those wonderful injuries for that reason. This segment is also brought to you by Burlington Northern Santa Fe. You know, as our equipment has gotten better, you don't hear the train as often in the podcast.
As much. Well, I feel like it doesn't come by as much as it used. There was a stint there where it was just like, it was there.
It's Trump's tariffs.
Yeah.
Slowing them down.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Trump's tariffs are slowing down the train.
All the tariff war.
I'm blaming.
That one's Trump's taking that L on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to take that L for him. Yeah. Anyway, so we had a great weekend, and another precedented thing is happening. The Oklahoma City Thunder
Mm-hmm.
are 1 win away from the NBA Finals.
I can't believe it.
Last time that happened, I believe it was 2012.
Yeah.
And so, big deal.
Big deal.
Have you guys watched any?
Oh, yeah. We watched
been
every
watching
game.
them? Oh.
Every single game. Every single game. The last one that I really didn't watch was when they got smoked by Minnesota, that 40-point game.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to watch this.
We watched it. I was it.
Yeah.
I was actually at my grandma's house cooking steaks for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the game.
I watched it up
at her
until
house.
halftime, and then I was like, once halftime kicked back in and the pattern continued, I just was like, I'm going to keep it on, but I'm going to go mill around and do things that I want to get done.
When you just can't make shots, it's just
No, you just not your night.
it's just not your night.
Just not your night.
No.
And you know it, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the hard part about basketball, is when you know you just are not on, and nothing you can do.
We never figured it out. But here we are. We are 1 win away. They play tonight.
And they're going to lock it up tonight.
They're going to lock it up. Oh,
Well, not a chance that they don't lock it up tonight.
I agree with you. I think a home crowd puts it over the top. I think it's going to be.
And at this point, if they can't taste it, nothing else is going to make them.
Matthias was like, "Dad, let's get tickets and go." $200 a pop, man. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. I just paid for your summer baseball. I'm not dropping $400 after what I paid for your summer baseball. Can't do it, man.
Man, it's
So much money. Because then somebody's going to get pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why did you take so-and-so and you didn't take me? I mean, that's the problem with having 4 kids.
Yeah,
You know?
100%.
So we're going to watch it from home.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing.
I like watching it at the house.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm actually tonight after church. I'm gonna put it on the big screen and say anybody wants to say and watch the Thunder game.
Oh, that's illegal.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, I'm doing that.
That's what I was about to say. You need to change that to
Allegedly, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, for a broadcast.
It would be really cool if someone was able to do that.
It would be cool if somebody was able to broadcast.
If somebody was
it.
able to do that,
Yeah.
it would be really cool.
Yeah, it
Not
would be.
Not in Wellston, Oklahoma, though.
At a church.
Not at a church in Wellston, Oklahoma.
Committing a crime.
Crimes against humanity.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, folks, if you're in Wellston, you should go to Trinity Baptist. Say it again.
Say it. Say it again.
I'm kidding.
Say it
I'm
again.
Joking.
They need people too. It's all right.
We
can spread the love.
We can. So today is one of our. I just noticed this on social media, but today is one of our 7th birthdays.
Oh, really?
Zach May.
Okay.
Though you'll hear this not on your birthday, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I do want you to know that we have acknowledged the day that you
got born.
You exited your mother's womb.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations on another 360-degree pattern around the sun.
And Zach may be our furthest away listening listener. So
where's
northeast part of the country.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
a little further away. So it's not just down the road like Aunt Ginger.
Yeah.
Or Lisa.
Yeah.
Or
all these local yokels.
the local yokel Wendy's.
Yeah. Wendy's.
Not the restaurant.
Not. It is close to lunch.
It is close to lunch. And you're
I'm dad moding it right now.
You're dad mode, bud. Well,
Yeah.
You brought Addie Faye. She's at the house.
Mm-hmm.
I went and gave Ava a good hour wake up call to prep.
Mentally get herself right.
Mm-hmm. Get herself right to have Addie Faye for an hour.
The best part was so Addie's outside and we're like that bucket of baseballs you got there on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
We're picking them up and throwing them in. And then I see Ava kind of walk past the window. So I was like, hey, Ava's in there. And so I opened the door and Addie comes in. And Ava's changed so much since Addie's seen her last. And so she like walks in the door and she looks at her and just like a hard stare.
Like, is this the same person?
And then walks away.
She's like, no, that's not her.
Nah.
That's not her.
And so she walks away. And I'm like, Addie Faye, you need to come back here and play with Ava. Ava wants to play with you. And she's like, okay. And she runs away. And she starts going around the house. And I'm like, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to find the kitties.
They're all in the house.
And so she is determined, bound. And I looked at Ava and I said, I don't think she's going to be satisfied until she's got a cat in her hands. So, and Ava was like, okay.
Yep, we can make that happen. We got a couple cats running around the house.
So, but yeah, so Addie is all at the Clay house at the moment, and she is raising it at the moment.
Raising it.
Mm-hmm.
She is. It's good.
She's raising it.
It's good. It's good for my daughter to deal with little Addie Faye. But you also you got your cheer dad today.
Yeah, so we've got. In fact, here this will be probably one of the shorter podcasts we ever shoot because we got to jet back to Wellston because
you forgot,
because I did not remember that cheer camp started at 12:30 or whatever it is.
I was hoping for some
some tacos,
cucarachas.
Some cucaracha. I'm kind of over it now. I kind of want.
Are you? I'm not.
You're not there yet.
I saw a picture of somebody caught. And I don't even know if it's real, but I did see on social media somebody caught at like 105-pound shrimp.
What?
It was giant. Like this guy's holding this big,
There's no way.
big giant shrimp, and I don't know if it's because I know there's all kinds of different species of shrimp. And anyway, holding this giant, and all I could think about was cockroaches.
No, I'm back.
You good?
I'm back. I'm there.
Cucaracha.
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm back.
What is today? What day were they closed?
I don't remember. I mean, I feel like
Monday.
we were there on a Thursday. Is that what we did last time?
I can't remember. It's closed on a random weird day though.
Yeah, but no, and I figured out that as a cucarachas, it's a common way to prepare the shrimp, and why they call them that is because how they butterfly them and they flatten them out, and so they're flat, and so they look like they would be a cockroach. That's why they call them a cucaracha. I researched this. Also, they sound delicious. I need a few days to get over it, and then there's an acceptance.
I can tell you something I don't get over.
There's an acceptance.
Slicing meat with your toenail.
No, I don't get over that. That one I just can't.
I feel like you don't think that that's real.
I believe it. I 100% I believe it. Unfortunately, when you say, hey, there's this Indian food place where a guy's slicing meat
I just
with
put
his toenail.
slicing meat with, and it's the third one that comes up. Unconventional. Oh, God. Oh. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Legit slicing meat with his toenail. So anyway,
that's another level of desperation.
I can't get over the Indian food prep, street Indian food videos that I've seen. I'm sorry, I can't get over it.
You've crossed the threshold.
I saw a video just the other day, and this is, makes me thankful, I guess, for
even if like I was to make you some Indian food. Like, that I'm in there slicing it with my toenail.
I don't want one of them red beard hairs in there. I don't want one of them ginger hairs.
Easy
in my food. Out of that beard, you'd have to wear a thing on it.
A hairnet. Do
you feel like you could make? I mean, you feel confident in your Indian food making?
Oh, I could make Indian food.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Well, from what I've seen of it, it's pretty easy too.
Yeah, just put stuff in the bowl and.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, Casey can make. She actually makes my favorite Penang curry or massaman curry food. Like that woman can cook like a little Thai lady when it comes to that stuff, because she does. And Thai food and Indian food, they're not that far away from each other in the processes. So I could do it. I mean, a lot of that. One of my favorite things Indian food wise is tandoori chicken, and that's just like grilled chicken. It's just marinated in some stuff. So,
man,
you're going down a rabbit hole that you're just making it worse for yourself right now. There's the stuff right here. I'll get some.
What? I mean, what is that?
It's like chili.
Look, it's just everywhere.
Indian chili. Oh, it's gotcha, huh? Have you ever been to like when you think about it, like when we go to tacos in Las Vegas, like all of their stuff, it's all over the place.
Gosh,
But it's just a different.
Not on them, not like I mean, you know what I mean, like your feet. Like he's like got the towel like laid on his feet, and bro, it's so. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'd rather have pig jacuzzi.
Would you rather have? Okay, you gun to your head. You got to pick right now. You eat from that dude's stand, that dude's Indian pita stand, whatever he was doing, or you get something fried in doo-doo oil. You gotta pick right now.
Oh, the doo-doo oil from China.
Which one do you, from the nastiest things from two different cultures, which would be like the Indian street food where they're slicing it with their toes, or doo-doo oil fried chicken? Who do you go with?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
Option 3, suicide.
Just kill myself.
just buy a bullet and rent a gun.
Oh, if I had to pick, I'm going toenail slice.
Over doo-doo oil?
Over the doo-doo oil.
You've probably had doo-doo oil.
I'm 99.9% sure I've had doo-doo oil.
So how would you not go back to something you've had? Because you've been to China.
Because now I know.
I have no idea how to spiritually add any of it.
I don't know how to bring any of this to this.
How about this?
Well, this past week is Monday was Memorial Day.
It's good.
And I had that thought, driving back, I had the thought of, this is a day that we get to remember those that gave their all. They gave their all, and then those ones who are currently doing it for us. But Jesus said there's no greater love than this, that a man should lay down his life for his friends.
Yeah. And
I couldn't help but think the coolest picture that these people have gotten to display for us is that, because we called to a life of sacrifice as Christians, and they gave the ultimate. It's like, I can't just breeze by this. I need to sit and marinate in it for a little bit, because it's important.
I don't like the word marinate right now.
Marinate, like toenail sliced chicken.
Shouldn't have used that word, but contemplate.
Contemplate. To soak.
Oh, that's not it either. That's a really great. That is very much so true. And I actually had a thing pop up on my timeline. Obviously, memorial is a military thing, but it's a lot of times when people think about their loved ones that have passed too.
Mm-hmm.
And a picture popped up on my a Facebook memory of all my kids at my mom's grave. And it made me go, man, it's been a year since I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
And the further we get away, it's easier to stay in the habit of doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
And why are those things important? For remembering,
mm-hmm.
And make an effort to do those things. But it comes back to the same way with our relationship with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
When we're close and walking with Him, we have more of that. There's more of that consistency there, and there's more
mm-hmm.
continual remembrance. And then when we're not walking with Him and we're not doing the things that we need to do, it's easier to be like, oh man, it's been a minute since I've been to church. It's been a minute since I've read my Bible. It's been a minute since I prayed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to get in that spot too. But
I've been in the Psalms a lot here lately, just because how my reading plan's going. Like right now, I'm in the midst of Solomon is where I'm at, and so I've just kind of on the back end of the Psalms. And there's so many Psalms where David's like, you can tell he's forcing himself to remember the goodness of God in his present circumstances, because remembering the past can help define your present.
For sure.
And so like that, whether it's thinking about those that gave their life for our freedoms or the ultimate that gave his life for our freedoms.
I think that's where we see in the Bible where people are doing things like you know the song "I Raise My Ebenezer."
I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come. It's like one of the only hymns that I know. Yeah.
But an Ebenezer was a stone monument,
A stone of help.
and it was resurrected as a remembrance of the goodness of God and what He did in that moment. And so, you know, I think you're exactly right. We need to have those memorial staked moments in our life when we say, well, God was real here, and God was real here, and He did this in this moment for me here, so that when we do have those tough times, when we're having to kind of force ourselves sometimes, we can look back and go, God was real there.
Why
God
are
was
you
real
so
there.
downcast, O my soul? Hope in the Lord. Yeah, like
It's good.
It's good stuff. That's Ebenezer moments.
Ebenezer moments.
Ebenezer moments. The stone of help that you can look back on and say, I remember him then, so I can trust him now. So
Yeah.
like it is vital. So it's so easy to correlate that somebody giving their all in battle for us, for our freedoms. It's so easy to correlate that right over to Jesus, because He died to give us freedom from the sin that we couldn't beat.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing on that same kind of mindset. And
Very
so
good.
it's
good, man.
It's awesome.
Man, how did we land? That was so good. What a great job landing that plane, because, buddy, I didn't know how we were going to go from toenail to sliced meats.
That plane was in a tailspin.
It was, buddy. And somehow you get the engines restarted, and you set her down. You know,
It's like, have you seen that plane video? That guy's flying with the instructor, and he gets him way up high, and he starts tail spinning, and the guy's like, all right, we're gonna let this go. All right, pull the throttle, and he starts doing all these things, and the guy's like, okay, I did it. I'm scared, and he's just telling us like, you're okay, all right, put the throttle. Okay, I did that. I'm still scared.
I have not seen that. I have to look it up.
I mean, he's like, he's doing this, and then all of a sudden it's just
kind of that's about how I was on trying to land this podcast today.
One thing that we didn't get to address is the literal grass growing inside of your building right
I do
now.
have some grasses.
I just saw that.
It's come up through the backside of the wall, apparently.
Please don't cut that. Let's see how big it gets.
No, bro.
I just want to know.
Isn't that crazy? Bermuda's nuts. How did it do that? How is it green? There's literally no sunlight.
That's incredible. I'm proud of it.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to today's podcast. Love for you to follow us on social media. FD Outdoors on Twitter and Instagram, Final Descent Outdoors on Facebook, and then give us a like and subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to our podcast as well, and share with your friends.
Yeah.
Can we grow this?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Good call.
Not.
Probably not. Anyway,
But A for effort.
A for effort. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.